were somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs began to take hold.
Here to read From Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is Jeffrey Emerson.
Woo! Chapter 12, Hellish Speed, Grappling with the California Highway Patrol, mano a mano on Highway 61. Tuesday, 12:30 p.m., Baker, California. Into the Ballantine Ale now, zombie drunk and nervous. I recognize this feeling. 3 or 4 days of booze, drugs, sun, no sleep, and burned out adrenaline reserves. A giddy, quavering sort of high that means the crash is coming. But when? How much longer? This tension is part of the high. The possibility of physical and mental collapse is very real now.
We made it to the room without meeting anybody, but the key would not open the door. My attorney was struggling desperately with it. "Those bastards have changed the lock on us," he groaned. "They probably searched the room. Jesus, we're finished." Suddenly the door swung open. We hesitated and then hurried inside. No sign of trouble. "Bolt everything," said my attorney. "Use all chains."
When did you fall in love with Hunter Thompson?
Surprisingly, when I first started working at High Times, I wasn't very familiar with Hunter Thompson. I was there for a couple of years, and a good friend of mine who was working at High Times with me at the time, Chris Udaly, who was known as the Pot Star, he's the one who introduced me to Hunter, and after reading, of course, my first book was Fear and Loathing, and after reading it, I was completely enthralled. But I had actually decided that I want to be a writer at High Times, and my style was already to put myself in it before I had even was totally aware of Hunter. And when I read Hunter, then I realized that what I was doing had already been established by someone who had set the standards, and therefore, I then from that point forward aspired to achieve some semblance of his greatness in my own small way.
What's your favorite Hunter Thompson piece or book or?
I mean, obviously, Fear and Loathing is everybody's number one. But I will say that in 2008, when the presidential campaign was in full gear, I actually read Fear and Loathing on the campaign trail, and I decided to launch my own mock presidential campaign, and I ran for president in 2008, and I did so to raise awareness for Smoke the Vote and NORML. So I did like a cross-country tour and did press conferences and stuff, and Hunter was his book was an inspiration for that, and I actually wrote a feature in High Times as an homage to Hunter in his own type of style. So I would say that that's one of my favorites as well. So I would like everyone to raise their glass while I read a toast that Hunter himself wrote. It's from The Proud Highway, Saga of a Desperate Southern Gentleman. And it goes, "Let us toast to animal pleasures, to escapism, to rain on the roof and instant coffee, to unemployment insurance and library cards, to absinthe and good-hearted landlords, to music and warm bodies and contraceptives, and to the good life, wherever it is and wherever it happens to be."
Here's to it.